So next up on the Boy Meets World character opinion videos is for Ryder Strong Shawn Hunter himself. Now, of course, he's the bad boy. He's the bad boy who grew to have a heart of gold. Corey always held a special place in his heart. Topanga always held a special place in his heart. And yes, of course, we all wanted him to end up with Angela in the end. However, as he grew and developed, and I think especially in Girl Meets World, I don't think he's the same person he was when he started. His baseline was there. The kind heart, but I'm not going to show it. That baseline has always been there. And I think he's one of the few characters that stayed consistent. There's a lot of characters that stayed consistent as far as their baseline personalities, but he stayed consistent in the sense of the bad boy with the heart of gold. We start off early. We find out he lives in a trailer park. His family does not have the most money. They struggle to pay their bills. But you also find out that he has like sisters and brothers throughout the entire series that we never fucking hear from again, except for Jack. Like in the first season, we know he has a sister, Stacy, I think, and we never hear from her again. Completely disappeared. Now, mind you, we've met his entire family, but we've never heard from her again. I'm gonna guess that it's like another mother because a lot of his siblings have different mothers. And then later in the series, we find out he has a brother who also lived in the trailer park, but they like don't interact, never, like not at all. Again, a different mother, but the same father. And then we come to find out later down the line about Jack. Jack also, he's the older brother. He's an older brother, so different mother, same father. And it's so fucking complicated. His poor life. And I don't mean poor as in, like, no money. I mean poor as in this kid has been through fucking hell. His mother abandoned him. And you come to find out she was writing him letters the entire time, which is really great. However, she still fucking abandoned him and took their home. Like, she took the trailer and dipped. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You dipped on your son. Not even the fact that you dipped on your fucking son. You dipped on your son and took his home. And yeah, you can write me all the letters you fucking want, but you left me in the fucking streets, basically. And I don't want to hear, well, she knew the Matthews would take him in. She knew anybody would take him in. You can never put that on a guarantee. I was coughing, so I can't get it the fuck up. You can never put that on a guarantee that someone is going to take care of your son. I don't care if he's 13 to 30. You never have a guarantee that someone will take care of your son. So, I don't want to hear it. Fucking... And then he manages to... After the mother dips, his father leaves. Oh, I'm assuming she left because she thought the father would take care of him. No, he's a fucking deadbeat. He dipped off too. So, the Matthews try to take care of him, but he compares himself to a stray dog. He can't be kept in. He can't. Especially not in the lifestyle that the Matthews have. They have rules. He's never had rules. They have specific times and dinner, and he's never had that. So he's not going to grow accustomed to that right away. It's not something his brain will adjust to. And so then Jonathan Turner, a teacher at his high school, takes him in, which is really beautiful, but also you know he'd get fired today if any teacher ever did that shit. So he takes him in, and he's living great with John. Like, he's doing great. John becomes a main key player in this series. And yeah. And then his father comes back. And of course, Shawn's gonna go back to his father. Not being ungrateful to John, but he's literally like an abused puppy. He's gonna run back to his master, and there you go. And then guess the fuck what? His dad dips again. And before you say, no, he didn't dip right away, he had him, blah, blah, blah. But did he? Because as soon as Shawn can go to college, he dipped. And I don't want to hear it, well, he's in college, he doesn't need his dad. Yes, the fuck you do. You need your parents more when you're going through a struggle, when you're struggling hard, than, like, he needed his father, and his father fucking dipped on him again. Again and again and again and again. This poor man, the only two fucking fathers he's known was Alan Matthews and Jonathan Turner. And that's it. I don't want to hear the bullshit of, well, his father was a father. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was not. I did end up liking his character, the father's character, as it progressed, because, like, dumb and goofy when I was a kid and I saw that, I was like, oh, he's cool. No, as an adult, if my kid's father turns out like that, I'm kicking him in the balls. Like, don't play with me. That's so disrespectful. Especially to Shawn, especially to the child. Like, don't do that. And then we see his love for Angela. He went from this playboy who could never settle down to loving Angela. And I like the Angela character, but I also feel like she was a little too snooty. And I say this cautiously because there were times when they were so fucking perfect together, but then there were times when she acted like she was better than him. And in a sense, she was better than him, but don't let someone fall in love with you and then act that way, you know? I've been there. It hurts. But then they end up making up, end of the series comes along, and she leaves him again to go be with her father. And I understand. She wants to be with her dad. You can't really break the bonds of family unless you're getting married. But I don't know. It was such a gut-wrenching moment to see her leave him. And him obviously go with Corey and Topanga. But it was just so like, well, fuck me, you know? And then in Girl Meets World, everyone wanted him and Angela to find their way back to each other, to be a couple. I did not. When she came back, it was such a nice moment, yeah, obviously. But I did like him with, I can't think of her name. Katie. I did like him with Katie. I thought it was really sweet. I think they pushed it too fast. I think they wanted it to work too fast, and they, like, rushed into it. The writers, not the characters. But I think he wanted that dad role. And seeing... what is her name? And seeing Maya kind of grow up the same way he did. Except she had a parent who was trying. And I guess in a sense, he saw her parent as Jonathan Turner. But still, in a sense of seeing her growing up kind of the same way he did, he bonded with that, and he was like, I want to show her that, hey, life doesn't suck. And it for him, it didn't. Well, it did, but as he grew, it didn't. And I think, yeah, him and Katie were super cute together. But like I said, I think they rushed it. And I think always at the baseline, Shawn stayed the same. I don't like, however, that they started the series off, like when we first met Shawn in Girl Meets World, he didn't hate Riley, but you could tell he avoided her. And I understand why he avoided her, because it ended his friendship of 20 plus years. It didn't end it, but it strained it, because you can't really focus on your friends when you have a baby. And I'm sorry to anyone who says you can. It's the hard truth. You can't focus on friendships when you have a baby. Your whole heart goes into that baby. But yeah. And I think as she's older, obviously it's easier to get along because she doesn't need as much attention as a newborn does. But still. So I think at the baseline, Shawn's character always stayed the same. There were some times when you want to punch him in the face, but he was a good guy overall. What are your thoughts on Shawn Hunter from Boy Meets World and Girl Meets World? Please comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you think.